everyone. Thank you so much for tuning in as we have our principal product manager, Oliver Hankinson, meeting with us today, talking about how to support your pivot into tech or any other industry that you're looking for through a product management lens, along with her acumen. Let's get down to it. I think everybody wants to know, what is a successful pivot and how do you coach folks to get there?
Oh, great question. So, a successful pivot is one that is strategic. We are not going out there and just firing resumes left, right, and center. We have a goal, we have a plan, we have feedback loops. We know if that plan is working. We have a recipe that we are following to help us achieve our goals. And that includes things like identifying what your goal actually is. Sometimes we think a specific role might be our goal, but is it the responsibilities, the day-to-day, the feeling that come along with that is your goal? And does that open the door to different opportunities? It starts with, is a recipe that is outcome and goal oriented.
Sounds super familiar, kind of like product management.
Yes, it's just this time you are the product.
That is so true. And I love the way you phrase that, because when we talk to folks and we say, how do you market yourself? And it's like, well, your
Mhm.
skills, your acumen, everything that you bring to the table is part of your value, which in fact is very much the way we talk and think about product management. So, can you walk us through some of the process associated with what it would be like to work with you?
The process is we start by getting to know one another. I need to know that you're going to be dedicated to putting in the effort and the time to actually pursue a pivot. You need to know that I'm the right fit for you. So we will get to know each other. We'll talk about what your goals are, what you're looking to achieve, the struggles you've currently had, and how we can begin to overcome them. This will include things like mapping out where we should start our focus. Should it be on your online persona, how you represent yourself to the world? Should it be on building confidence? Because sometimes we know we have all the skills, we just can't verbalize them. So we'll get together and we'll create a plan. Usually, that plan includes things like revamping your resume, revamping your LinkedIn, doing some sort of interview preparation with those questions that sometimes bring dread or perhaps uncertainty to yourself, so that when you're in the moment, it's practiced. It's a skill at that point. We'll also do other things like, how can we use tools like ChatGPT to make our job search easier? How do we know how to read a resume and a job description and see if the two match? How do we know to read between the lines to see if that's even a job we want to pursue? So it's all about building skills that will help anyone in their job search, whether it's in a pivot or beyond.
That is so awesome. And I love how we're leveraging technology that is just now possible to advance ourselves and reduce a little bit of the effort around the writing with ChatGPT. Of course, it's changing everything. And thankfully, we can leverage that here with our folks, which is incredible. So let's talk a little bit about the uncertainty in the industry and why getting great coaching through your pivot is really valuable. There's a lot in industry that's happening. It can look a little scary right now for folks trying to pivot in. We're telling folks, don't be afraid. This is actually the natural course and cycle of a lot of different products and their stage of maturity and what is happening in the world. This is quite normal for the elastic of companies to be expanding and contracting. So don't stop your pivot. Keep
Mhm.
at it, because the money coming into organizations is still coming. It may not look like that from the outside, but we can tell you from the inside, the industry is still growing. So don't be discouraged. I can imagine that folks are coming to you thinking, I need you to guarantee me that I'm going to get this role. And when we think about what's inside and outside of our control in this process, in this industry, how would you speak to that, Oliver?
Guarantee is such an interesting concept because a guarantee is meant to give us a bit of safety to know that we will get what we are looking for. And through my services, you will get what you're looking for in terms of being empowered. When you are in the moment, when you are given an opportunity to represent yourself, you can do that. You know how to speak to your strengths. You know how to speak the language of the industry. You know how to give yourself the best shot possible to move ahead. The thing with a guarantee is sometimes things are not within your sphere of control. And that's what I can't guarantee. I can't guarantee that company A is going to hire you because that's not something I can control or you can control. What I can guarantee is that in the moment when you are given the opportunity to talk to your dream company, you have the confidence to be able to go in there, be your true self, and put your best foot forward, whether that be while you're in coaching with me or 10 years down the line. You will have the skills, you will have the confidence, and you will have the tools to be able to represent yourself.
How would I get started? What's my next step?
You will book a 30-minute session with me where we will begin to dive into your pivot journey and see if this is a good fit.
Here at Tacit, we've got a great relationship with Oliver that goes back years. And this is just one of the many opportunities for advancement, building your confidence, your competence, getting education, and then support in your pivot, plus access to a community that is growing by the day here in our network. Take the leap with support. Take the next step. Book your free consult today and see how Oliver can help you in your journey.